Once you have your whole design outlined in the black pen, you're going to then go back and erase any pencil lines that still may show through the black line. Once you've got all that erased, you're ready to start coloring. When you start coloring, you're going to be using crayons, and the crayons will, at the very end, be melted because we're going to iron the back of the tapa cloth, and that will melt all of the wax into the paper and kind of give it that almost dyed paper effect. So when you're starting to color with the crayons, you want to make sure that you're coloring nice and thick with a lot of the layering of the wax. If you color too lightly, it won't melt the wax correctly. It will actually look exactly the way that you've applied it onto the paper. So this right here is way too light. This right here, you're getting there, but you still have too much of the brown paper showing through. You really need it to look like this, where it's nice and dark, where there's just very little pieces of the paper showing through, and then there would be enough wax on here that when it is melted by the iron, it will it will fill in those areas. So you want to make sure that you're coloring nice and dark. Things that you want to think about also are when you're doing your borders, you don't want to just color one whole color across the whole back of your border. So I wouldn't take like blue and color the whole thing one solid color. I want to color each one of the bubbles in a different color, color the background in a different color. For example, up here, to make it a little bit more exciting, I outlined each of the leaves in a darker green and then colored in a lighter green. I could have colored each leaf in a different color. You just want to put that extra effort in. It really will make a difference in the long run. You can also use some color fade techniques. Same thing we did when we did our colored pencil techniques and we were blending colors into each other. You want to use your analogous colors, so colors next to each other on the color wheel, and you're going to color nice and dark and then lightly adjust the pressure and overlap your colors, so you're layering colors on top of each other. The iron, when you iron a color fade, it's not going to blend your colors any more than what they are on your actual sheet. You want to make sure that whatever it looks like you're happy with, because it's really just going to blend no more than it already is on your sheet. Colors that you want to be careful of is white. If you notice from here to here, I colored the entire thing white and I ironed half of it. So the white kind of turns into this transparent, almost grayish color. So if that's not the color you're going for, you might want to try and avoid white, or add, if you're doing a cloud, add some sky blue into it so that you're getting a little bit more color. And then lastly, any metallic colors like silver or gold or anything that has a metallic in it will not iron very well. So you want to make sure that you are using regular crayons that don't have any of those silver or gold or any of that metallic in it. Otherwise, it will not iron very well. It gets very splotchy and you'll be very unhappy with the outcome. So you're going to color the entire tapa cloth, even all of the little background spaces. The entire thing will be covered in crayon. No brown paper will show, and then we will iron the cloth and you will make any touch-ups. We'll iron it a second time and then you will crumble it up and we iron it again, and that is how you get this very cloth-like effect.